Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you want to say hello, you can.
Hi.
Hello.
And we are unfortunately down a few players, but the story goes on. And, well, before the story goes on, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time to get to where we are today. Without further ado, last time, Tia took off with the somewhat friendly Verbeeg to scout out this Angajuk's Bell area. You guys met back up with Alara, who told you about the dragon encounter. And your next venture was far south to see about this goblin fort and if they were being truthful about wanting a truce. Heading back into the tundra, leaving the sea of moving ice behind, you pressed on through the snows, and in the dark of night, close to the time to bed down, you could see a firelight between two massive shards of darkened crystalline metal jutting out of the ground. Chardolin. You scouted it out, being curious, and it would seem that a quartet of dwarves were camped here for the evening, mining equipment about, and even an axe beak to haul their loads. Friendly enough, you approached, but as you did, a large snow-white owl bear started charging towards this camp, hungry and looking for food. You all sprang into action and engaged, doing your best not to harm the owl bear, and after scaring it away, its much larger mother charged in to defend its young. And Phineas got to use his new wand for the first time, which, it sprang forth a cloud of magical butterflies, confusing everyone around as to what the heck was going on there. But it did give time for Andres to calm the beast down so it would go on its own way, giving it some treats. And with the owlbears fading into the snows, the dwarves actually welcomed you, although very lightly upset that their dinner just ran away. You warned them of the dangers of the beast and told them they should count themselves lucky. But you shared the fire for the evening, and they did mention they were here for the precious metal jutting up out of the ground in the area. Didn't lead to much until everyone just started to go to sleep. One of the dwarves actually murdered another, causing a chain reaction in which the dead dwarf froze and rose in a body of light, attacking you guys. Half dozen ice methods sprang forth to assault the camp. Phineas once again used his wand to make butterflies randomly. Did not want them, but it just happened. In the wake of the butterflies in combat, another dwarf lost his life. You finished getting some rest. The dwarves did thank you for being here, as they wouldn't have survived that without you. But they did start packing in the morning, not wanting any more of this dangerous tundra. You left well enough alone, continued southward yourselves. And after about 2 more days of the journey, you arrived at the foot of the spine of the world, seeing a pathway up it slightly, faint lights above. Started to head up in the darkness, and on the side of the cliff, your destination. A large wooden goblin fort, dimly lit with fires and towers lining the pathway. You could see clear track marks of, well, a cart. Or several carts, they're dug into the ground here. And as you're starting to make your trek, a stiff breeze would start blustering a bunch of snow off of the mountain as this white light would consume both Phineas and Erevan as they fall to the ground, almost like turned into large snowflakes like crystals glittering about the area. Leaving you three alone.
Snowflakes still moving, or should we like put them in our pocket?
I don't know. What do you guys think makes the most sense? You want them to still just be moving, following you, or you want to put them in your pocket?
I suppose.
Follow us. Magic snowflakes.
I'll say you can put them in your pocket. They're maybe like 4 inches across. Yeah, they're like crystalline snowflakes.
Okay.
Can barely see the
Restored.
etching of their bodies within.
Good to have a pocket wizard.
Okay, so I guess that
That's probably going to be
frostbite
fine.
is still out for antics.
Yeah. We've seen Stranger.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Better go talk to these goblins then. Anyone got any plan on what to say?
We want to talk to the goblins or find the shield guardian?
Mm,
We can do both, right?
I mean, yes and no. I don't know.
This
Well-
shield guardian thing sounds like a pretty complex thing. I don't. Would goblins really be able to use that?
No, we have, from what I understand, we have the keys.
Ah,
So to them, it's just a large statue.
hmm.
Well, look,
Oh.
I reckon we go talk to the goblins. So at least they don't think that we're just going to the Shield Guardian, you know.
Yeah, and we
Under the
are here
cape.
on a diplomatic mission.
Yep.
That is the pretense.
Best people for the job, huh?
Let's see if we can find the chief.
How do you approach? Just walk right up.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Make our presence known. Or at least I am.
Fair enough. Walking plainly on the path here, you can see a couple of like 30-foot tall, 20 foot tall watchtowers lining the ridge there. As you pass by, or start to approach it, you could hear shuffling from atop as several goblins make themselves known atop one of these, the first of these watchtowers. Wood and spiky, classic goblin build. As you can kind of see a little bit of the scaffolding and other makeshift of the towers above to the right of you. But to the left of you, this tower overlooking the cliffside. A handful of goblins lean over the top of this tower. And in common, one shouts, "What want? Speak now or we shoot."
Hello? We're from the Ten Towns. We're here to discuss your peace offering. That was you guys, right?
Peace.
Yeah. You sent word.
And you
Like, written word even.
kind of hear some mumbling from above over the wind. What do you talk about?
Ah, damn it. Let me check the notes. There was probably more.
Pretty sure I missed that session.
There really wasn't more.
There wasn't?
Goblins walk in the mountains.
There was a name.
That's like
Yeah, like
the name of the
chief or
town.
something.
The chief.
You knew Karkalok.
Oh, we're here to we're here looking for Chief Yarbnock. Is that right?
Oh!
I
Yarbnock.
don't remember that name.
Uh,
I don't know.
more whispering kind of resumes up top. Go to front gate. We shoot you there. I mean, we talk there.
Okay.
Mhm. I just follow behind Andres.
Fucking goblins.
And
Just in case, I'm gonna put my long strider on.
okay,
Fuck's sake.
try to subtly cast a spell. Passing by another watchtower as the goblins atop kind of follow your position with arrows with their bows drawn. The other watchtower, what you want? As
Here to speak.
several more would peek their heads over.
Here to speak to Chief Yarbnock about peace.
Peace?
Uh-huh.
What Yarbnock thinking?
That's what we're here to find out.
I know.
As Patch is automatically giving Watcher's Inspiration to Andres. So Andres,
Nice.
anytime during the session, once you may give yourself a bonus D6. Thanks, Patch.
Thank you.
But like, fine. Go front gate.
On our way.
As you approach the main gate, you can see a fiery brazier casting light over this 30-foot high spiked ramparts that frame this main gate. 4 goblins peer down from the ramparts, 2 per side, and you can easily see more wandering the other sides of them. Gate 20 feet tall, fashioned out of crosshatched pieces of wood, all been lashed together. And a heavy chain and padlock seals the gate from the inside. You can hear teeth chittering. What do you want? It's cold.
Damn it. Here
Oh
to
my
speak
God.
to Chief Yarbnock. He sent a peace offering to the 10 towns. We're here to discuss it. We do not know what he's thinking.
They don't know what they're thinking. Yarbnock?
That your chief?
Yeah.
You don't sound sure.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh,
Who?
okay.
Andres.
Good luck.
Okay.
The 16.
16.
What? And they kind of like, what? I don't really want to speak to the boss. Okay, fine. We'll open gate, but we'll shoot you if you do anything bad. There's lots
Okay,
of us,
that
only
sounds
few
fair.
of you.
That's correct. You got us outnumbered.
Also very small.
Yeah, but don't tell them that. They probably don't like to hear that.
Yeah, no, okay, sorry.
And hearing some... Does anyone speak Goblin?
No.
Dorothy,
I
nope.
don't think so.
So hearing some
No.
voices up there shouting and, typical Goblin tomfoolery, as you would hear some thuds and some stamping of feet atop. Eventually, from the other side of the gate, you would see a broad and beefy goblin riding a warg come to open the gate. You want to speak to the boss, huh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For peace?
That's what his letter said, yes.
And he just kind of looks down at the ward. One false move. We'll kill you.
Yeah, and you'll rip us apart. We understand.
You got any food?
No.
I mean, I can make food.
Alright. Come in. Well, and he'll kind of hop off the warg and waddle over, as he seems like he's been riding for way too long, as he does the kind of like that maneuver when, you know, you've been on a horse too long, kind of legs are all wide, have to waddle. But he waddles over, unlatches the gate, looks out behind you all. Okay. Kona, take him to see Yarbnar. And he'll kind of, come on in. We don't have guests often. And he kind of gets back on the warg, leaving the, actually he won't get it back on the warg. He'll kind of, as he opens the gate, kind of just enough for you guys to enter into this fortress.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
As you kind of enter into the courtyard, you can see it's a large courtyard. The ramparts behind you above, really thin and narrow, perfect for goblins maneuvering around. And above you, a couple of cages looming. And it's like there's a bridge behind you, about 30 feet up, connecting two of those large, you can kind of see it in that picture, two large, those stone structures, the karsts almost, and then other much taller, like overlooks into the courtyard, and you can see more bastion kind of to the back. One of the goblins kind of comes down from a ladder as the one who's riding the warg goes back to lock the door, keeping a grim-looking eye on you all. This goblin, what do you want with Yarbnar?
I think it's more of a question what he wants with us.
Oh,
He sent a letter to the towns saying that he wants to talk, negotiate.
we assumed Rickety died.
Who's that?
The letter carrier.
Did he not come back?
Nope.
Oh. Sorry for your loss.
One less mouth to feed.
Yeah.
Very practical thing. Yeah, so.
But coming into this space here leads you further into the courtyard, where you can see the two rickety wooden bridges looming overhead, and higher bridge missing the section I mentioned before. What remains of this structure does not look safe by any means. Several cages hanging from beams that extend from the bridge and elsewhere. One of the cages twirls on its heavy iron chain as a flurry of black-feathered ravens tear into the flesh of a desolate creature caged within. The other cages, 3 large wooden cages kind of resting on the ground ahead, all empty. And to get up there, you gotta go this way. Taking you across the platform.
This way? Should we be seeing something?
No, it's this way in my mind. If you
Oh.
want, actually, I can bring you to the map. There is obviously there's a map of this place. We can actually do a little detour real quick. So you guys came from over here, the big map.
It is.
And you came all the way here.
Hmm?
Front gate. Entered in. There's the guy on the
Very
ward.
fierce looking.
and you come in here. Where he takes...
Just
Yeah. This is a bridge you can technically see on the other side, but it's hard to do with dynamic lighting. Where it's like layers.
Yeah.
But, following this goblin here, he will actually use the cages to climb up the side and bring you up here, where you can see a good bit of things. Most notably, he's going to take you to... Double check where you're going. Let's say from here you can see behind you as you climb up a 30-foot tall watchtower to your left. Is connected to the snowy ridges on either side by wooden bridges. Hanging off of it are a pair of empty iron cages, dangling, and underneath the tower's raised platform, so you would have actually seen it previously, is a tall golem-like structure with a helm-shaped head. Humanoid contraption is attached to an arrangement of ropes and pulleys that almost make it look like a giant marionette. And as you start to make your way to this little area here, we're going to actually take you into... Yeah, we'll take you inside the dining room for now. And does indeed take you into a dining room. As I'm going to kind of pile you guys in. As you can see several goblins within this space as you get smaller. And this is a tight space. It is barely lit, other than like the occasional bit of torchlight out here. And just all the goblins obviously watching you, ready at any moment.
Yeah.
Goes over to a door here, knocks on it. Chief, you got company. From inside, you would hear, "Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be right out." Okay. Chief will be right out. He takes a while to get ready.
The power thing. He likes to make his subordinates wait, I assume.
Maybe. But be ready. He's a scary guy.
Okay.
We wait by this door. So if you do anything
Really
funny,
scary.
we'll be ready.
Understood.
And they just kind of goes to this other goblin who's just kind of sitting there picking his nose, chittering his teeth. And then they speak in goblin to each other for a few minutes. If there's anything you guys would like to discuss in here. Or just chill. Entirely up to you.
You saw what I saw out there.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
There's a lot of goblins here.
I'm in close to space. Oh, hopefully we don't say anything wrong.
Our best.
We're here for peace, right?
Yeah.
And in this room, there is like it's a low banquet table taking up almost the entirety of the space here. The goblins just walk all over; they don't care, or they sit on the floor. Table and floor kind of strewn with fish bones all about. Not quite rotting meat, but the bones definitely have a scent to them. And there's also a lot of bones everywhere. No one ever cleans this room, obviously.
Does this place look goblin-sized? Like it was made by goblins, or are they just repurposing an old structure?
I would say it looks goblin sized. The doors are a little bit bigger, but not quite big enough for you guys to go through super easy. But it's also not like the biggest hassle. It's like a 7 foot tall person going into a normal person's house. You just have to duck a little bit. Ceilings in here, I think, are 7 feet tall, so it'd be really close to your heads. And yeah. After a fashion, you would hear some metal clinking behind the door to the north as it opens up, and a goblin with what looks to be like a metal plate over his face and almost like a very yellowish coloration too, but very well fur-lined, heavy winter clothes, and two metallic gauntlets with just claws. Better than a normal goblin's claws would be, because they usually don't have claws. Usually they have like hands, but definitely has like two gauntlets with the claws. And you would hear this almost metallic clinking noise and grinding as the jaw keeps moving, just that constant crunching of the jaw of this goblin. So what brings you here?
Letter.
Yeah.
To Karkala.
You, wanted to negotiate peace terms with the 10 towns? Is that right?
Oh, yes. Peace terms as, yes. Have some food. Do we have food? Kind of looks angrily towards the other two goblins in the room. Oh, we're waiting on the shipment, boss. They went out hunting yesterday. They should be back soon. We're gonna have to eat Meryl if it comes to this. Alright. You want some bones?
I'm good.
I-
Thanks. Appreciate the offer.
Okay. So... Peace. What did Ten Towns say?
Not much, to be honest, but we are
Peace
here
sounds
to
good.
inquire about your sincerity and see if you have terms.
Terms? It turns to one of the goblins. Go kill one of the goats. We're hungry. Two goblins kind of look at each other. Okay, we'll kill a goat. I don't think they'll be happy about it. Just kill one. The two goblins quickly retreat out of the room. This Chief Yarbnock turns to you. You gotta get me out of here.
What?
You gotta get me out.
I'm confused.
Please?
What do you mean? What?
Get me out.
Don't you lead this place?
Yeah, but I don't think they like me anymore.
You probably got that right, but why can't you just go?
I think they'll hunt me down. Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
you
they're-
think they won't hunt you down if we take you?
Uh, I don't know. But I was hoping somebody would come to sneak me out or something.
We can return to the Tin Towns to discuss proper terms.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to come back.
Oh, so you
What
you
happens
don't want
when we
peace?
leave is up to you.
And you would see a little bit of magic flitting about as a part of the costume is shown. You see this guy.
Oh my god. What?
So I can't take this off in front of them. I've been using magic for months. Uh, but I don't want to be here. I think they're gonna
Wait,
kill me
wait.
and eat me.
Who or like what are you?
Who are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just I'm an actor. I was studying for a role in a play, and things went sideways, and now I'm stuck here. And they liked everything I did. I'm a gnome. My name's Spellix Ramwad.
Hello. I'm Andras. This you know, honestly, yes, this makes way more sense than goblins wanting to be peaceful.
I mean, they
Yeah,
might
actually.
be if they see a sign.
What sign?
I don't know. I gotta
A
ask the
religious thing?
healers.
Yeah, okay.
I don't understand the way their minds think. I thought I did, but they just understand power and subjugation. It's crazy.
Yeah. Why do you think they don't like you anymore?
I heard him talking. One of the healers. What's her name? She's got a good name too. I'll go find it real quick. Manifek. Yeah, she said she's on to me, and she said she doesn't know what she's gonna do about it yet. So I don't know.
So she's blackmailing you.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Well,
How long have you been hanging around here? And
A couple of years.
what?
We built this place. They wouldn't have built it if it wasn't for me. Yeah, a couple of years.
how bad would it
Okay.
be if she was in charge?
I don't know. She's not very nice,
Hmm,
but she follows the signs. Whatever that is, I couldn't make heads or tails of it. Honestly, it's also crazy. Uh, I yeah.
Do I have any idea what the signs are? I assume it's like a religious thing about
It'd be like their
Oh, what's the
boo-boo,
goblin
yeah.
deity called?
Give me a religion check.
McGloviat,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Nah.
With
Two.
a 2, you're not very familiar with goblin religion. But yeah, so that's about the skinny of it. I don't know. Maybe they'll make peace. I don't care. They're not nice. I mean, they are if you're in power, but I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Okay,
Nice.
so let me try and get this straight. You think that they could want peace if we showed them enough power, but you want us to kidnap you. Basically, in their terms, it would be kidnapping. To take you
Yeah.
back. How on earth is us supposed to show peace
I
Uh,
don't want
if
peace.
we're taking their so-called ruler?
Hmm, if they're scared, it's the same.
yeah. Or if you give them something like food, or make them think that they're winning on a deal.
Hmm.
I mean, you could announce what's her name to be in charge while you're gone, and then we leave.
Yeah, maybe you come to the Ten Towns with us to do the negotiating,
They might
hammering out peace terms or something.
attack me with that. I They got like a system. I've tried to learn it. I didn't even want to be chief. I was trying to fly under the radar. So they listen to me, but they don't listen to me. I think there's some who follow the Suznuk, and then there's some who follow Manifek, and the people around here are all right. Up in my side of the fort.
So a proper display of power, as you make it, the decision, could at least buy us the time we need to leave.
Maybe. I just don't think that they'll let me go. I mentioned it once and they weren't happy about it. As he says that, two goblins enter the room with very hastily burned haunches of goat and just toss them on the table. There's food! And they're kind of just snacking on bits of it as well. Yeah, they weren't happy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And they kind of stand, watch while they're snacking. So, peace? And Spellix would, yeah, peace. We were discussing terms for peace. What, where's those again? Yeah, we're gonna be friends. They're gonna give us a bunch of food, and we're gonna help them when they need it. Isn't that really far away, though, boss? Yeah, it is far. Do you think we could get them to live there? I don't know. Or come out here? We just want food and metal. Yeah,
Metal?
Yeah, well, you know, stuff to... for their armors and swords and stuff.
Yeah.
For our armors and swords and stuff, we need food, goats, bears if you got them.
We don't have bears.
Do not have
The 10 towns don't have bears.
Oh, well, we got bears.
You're nice. You're already a step ahead of us.
Okay. What about... and it's almost like he's trying to look for you guys for cues.
Where's some...
I just stare at him blankly.
Is there any way we could talk out the finer details more in private?
Yeah, come into my room. We'll draw out the details. Let it be known that the chief is drawing out the details with these ugly strangers. The two goblins kind of look at each other.
Yes, and afterwards there will be a feast.
Their eyes kind of light up.
But you better leave us alone till then.
Give me a persuasion with advantage.
I can totally make them a feast.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't going to taste like much. 23.
Hey, with a 23. Oh, we'll let everybody know there's a feast going on.
But later.
When they
Going on
quickly
later.
run out and start yelling in Goblin all over the place that there's going to be a feast. Well, you assume that's what they're yelling.
Right? We got a little bit of time.
Oh, okay. That was easy. So, any thoughts? I just don't. I don't want to be here anymore, and you know, I was really hoping someone from the 10 Towns would come, and it did, and then get me out of here.
Working on it. Couple of questions. How many goblins are there in this camp?
Like 40.
Okay, that's a lot.
Only 40.
There's like 15 babies.
Got
Hmm.
babies too.
There's like, actually, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, like 40 or 50.
Okay, well, rules out a couple of things already. What do you know about that big metal construct hanging around out there? What's that all about?
They found it. Well, it. I tried to fix it. I couldn't. I think it needs a key. Something.
Huh. Do you think you could control it if you had a key? Or is it too complex for you?
Maybe, but it needs to be fixed a little. Like, there's some mechanisms. I didn't want to spend too much time with it. Otherwise, they would think I'm too smart. And then they found this, like, egg-shaped crate, like, a few weeks ago. I've been trying to get that thing open for a while.
Egg-shaped crate.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that could be.
It's big, though. And it's heavy. And it flashes light all the time. I don't know.
Sounds
Oh,
worrying.
It's weird. But I don't know. Maybe you can take that with you. It's heavy though.
I can only think of alien facehuggers.
Mhm.
no, that's the other ship.
Oh, God.
But
Just
I
need
don't
to
know.
find-
The healers. I heard talk that they're gonna throw someone over the cliff, the Walk of Doom again, to see Meryl. I don't know who that's gonna be.
Oh, they've resorted to sacrifices.
They think there's people that are traitors in the camp. They don't know who. I don't know who either.
Well,
Position of power keeps me away from all that.
Well, between a feast and an execution, they should be thoroughly distracted.
mm-hmm.
Maybe just overfeeding them all for a day would make them sleepy enough for us to slip out at night.
I don't think half of them sleep.
What do you mean?
I don't know. These goblins are weird.
Fine, weird.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe I've just been with them for too long. They like to chew on bones.
Sounds pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
They're always distrusting of everyone. No one has any personal property. The only reason I got the egg crate is because, well, they couldn't figure it out.
You got the egg crate here with you?
Oh yeah, it's in my room.
May we see the egg crate?
I'm not touching that thing.
Hmm.
I'm not getting
I'll
face
show
hugged.
it to if you guys promise to let me to help me out.
We're
Mate, you
definitely
don't
giving
really have a
you-
choice. We're your only way out.
We're working hard on this.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. And he'll open the door to his room, which is a small, like 10 by 10 room, which isn't like super small, but in terms of walking space, it's pretty small. And inside is, yeah, 10-foot square room. It's got 2 wooden shelves, and he'll kind of like gesture you to go inside. 2 wooden shelves holding a half dismantled objects and other junk. In the middle of the room, an odd looking egg-shaped crate, as big as Spellix's. And there is a fur-lined brazier full of hot coals in here. And this egg-shaped crate is made of metal, about 3.5 feet tall, 3 feet wide, with a base that somehow allows it to stand upright, seem as if the top looks like it might open like a flower. But it looks smooth and looks heavy. And there is a panel of flashing lights below its bulging midsection. And each glowing button has braille-like bumps. And Alara, you've seen something like this before.
Well, at least it's a machine and not an organic thing. Makes it a little less
Something.
off-putting.
Yeah, so
Phineas
that's
would probably love this.
Yes, probably.
found it in the snow.
No, don't touch it.
Oh, I'm not touching that thing.
I have no interest in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could keep that. That's okay.
Well, I can't take it with me. I'm not big enough.
It's way too
That's-
heavy. Perhaps
that's
it'll
okay.
just stay here.
Yeah, the goblins can mess with it. Maybe they'll figure it out. Or stumble on the solution by accident.
If you got the automaton thing working, you guys asked about that. If you can get that working, maybe I can carry it. I don't know.
It's true.
Well,
Do you think we could work on it without being attacked or offensive to other goblins?
maybe that's like your gift to the 10 towns as a peace offering? I'm just spitballing here.
Just your show of power so they don't attack while we leave.
Maybe? Maybe. Yeah. What about... Huh. Well, they all listen to what Meryl has to say. Maybe speak to... Well, it doesn't really speak, I'll be honest.
What or who is Meryl?
It's some beast that they caught. Keep it chained
Oh,
to the Walk of Doom.
okay. It's Meryl is not one of the healers then. It's something else.
Yeah, it's got like 3 heads, I think. And can fly. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
That's interesting.
It's
Do you manage
terrifying.
to catch that?
They did, yeah. I think a lot of people died in the process. That was years ago, though, before I came around.
I see. I suppose we could check that out.
But if you want to look at the thing, I'm sure you can. I mean, they know that you're with me. They shouldn't attack you. So you should be good.
All right. We'll just say we're asking for its wisdom for these peace negotiations.
Oh, the automaton?
What? No, the Meryl.
Oh. You want to speak to
Is that what you
Meryl?
said? Is that what you...
I just meant I could...
Didn't you say the goblins listen to its words or whatever?
Yeah, mostly it's judgment of things. It's...
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's never a good judgment.
Okay, no, maybe... never mind. I don't think that's gonna be
I
of
think
any
it's a
help then.
bloodthirsty beast with 3 heads. It'll eat you.
Okay, you know what? Let's not do that
Yeah,
then.
let's stay as far away from that as possible.
Hmm.
Their way of judging or... You know. But I'm open to ideas.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to come up with a plan here.
Mm-hmm.
A feast is a
And
good
debate.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Distract everyone with a feast Activate Shield Guardian. Leave.
Yes, but leave with a big ruckus or try and leave under the cover of darkness?
That will be up to the goblins when we try to leave.
Fair enough.
Can't goblins see in the dark anyway?
They can. It was more a metaphor for trying to leave stealthily.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
be leaving with a giant statue.
Yeah, true. Not so stealthy after all. I mean, it sounds like the plan basically makes itself.
Great plan. Let's go.
Have feast, fix guardian, leave, profit. Easy.
Leave and
What could go wrong?
deal with complications as they arise.
Yes, improvise. There is a slight problem. Making the feast will drain me of most of my magical powers. So, those complications,
Okay.
they're all on you.
Let's see. Well, it would be a matter of what defines a feast for the goblins, yeah? How much food is a feast?
How much food does a goblin eat per
Any
day?
amount.
In
They're
pounds.
not going to be happy that made him kill one of their goats. Yeah, we do have some goats, but we don't want to. They're sacred or something.
Ah, that's probably a bit of a misstep then.
I think it's Meryl's children.
Is Meryl a goat?
Kind of.
What does this Meryl look like again? You've never seen
Big.
it, right?
It's
You've,
got
you've
three.
seen it.
No, I've seen it. It's big. It's got
Yeah.
3 heads. It's got wings. Got big claws. One of the heads is a dragon.
Oh my god.
One's a goat. And the
It's talking
other
about a fucking chimera, isn't he?
is a
That's some
cat.
bullshit.
It's some big cat.
Indeed.
Oh, fucking shit.
What?
Yeah, it's an abomination for sure. Magic gone wrong.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from that.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
I highly recommend it. It'll eat you right up.
Well,
So
you guys think it would be wise to check out the construct before we do anything? To see if it's worth fixing up or if it's possible at all?
Well, if things go south, we're not going to have a chance to do it later.
Mm.
So let's do that now.
And if
And-
that causes things to go south, so be it.
yeah, I can take you out there. It should be all right. And he'll kind of like magic up his disguise a little bit so it's less obvious, so you can't see his eyeballs. So he looks more like a goblin, just like with metallic, and the gauntlets look more gauntlet-like as opposed to less costume-like. But it is very much a costume. Yes. We'll get to the feast later. Just follow me.
Okay.
And he will take you past the goblins out here, like speaking goblin to him, and he just kind of nods and waves his hand, speaks goblin back. Like, yeah, they're excited about the feast. And he will take you over here to this tall area that you can see in the distance. This few huts that are overlooking, yeah, wide snow-covered shelf, kind of 6 concealed conical tents fashioned from animal skins and bark draped over wood frames, arranged in a circle around a burning brazier. And a little bit further, you can see a 20-foot-long walkway clinging to the edge of the precipice. Spiked railings adorned with ribbons and shredded cloth and goblin skulls. You can make that out from here as you're standing over the space. And Spellix will kind of lean over. And yeah, He'll kind of step back, like to peer over to see if the down here you would see some goats tied to each tent. Actually, there's one less. Like yeah. So just maneuver those pulleys. And you can pull it up. It'll be fine.
Do you know how to operate the pulley system?
Yeah, you just pull it up. It's real simple.
Well, I'm gonna pull it up then.
All right. It would take some strength. That is what is necessary
Yeah.
for this one.
Fair. Little help.
So it will be an athletics check. Spellix is not strong at all.
We can strength it.
So we'll need a group athletics check.
I'll use guidance on one of us.
All right.
Oh, you rolled poorly.
On whom?
Ah, damn it. Well, myself.
Okay.
But that's also just a 9.
With the 5.
Oops.
As you're trying to pull it up, the rope kind of starts breaking and tearing as the guardian clatters to the ground 30 feet below. You hear a loud crash.
I guess it's down.
You hear a bunch of goblin yelling. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we could just go down here. There is a ladder. Pretty much these bone things are ladders. And he'll walk you around, essentially. Through there. And then back to here. So you can walk under here. And same thing on the other side. And the warg riding goblin would kind of come to sniff around. Hey, what's going on here? Everything okay? Chief? And Spellix, yes, it's all fine. We're just showing them the marionette, the god's gift. They said they can make it stronger as a gift for peace. Okay, boss.
Yep. Offering our
Sure.
services.
Sure. He'll just kind of go back into the shadows and watch from nearby. Well, it's down. That's as good as you get, right?
You
Yep.
do anything about it now?
No point dwelling on it. Let's just have a look at it.
Absolutely. Going to inspect it as you kind of gather around its crumpled form. You would start to hear this whirring and crunching and metal clinging as it starts to move and stand up all on its own as this magic starts to piece it together, as it indeed does stand up. Not in a fun way.
Ah, shit.
As it looks towards each of you and looks like it's starting to lash out, we are going to roll for initiative.
Damn it.
Laurie has the control.
You do
Oops.
what? Eternal Terminal or Crossing the Chasm? As Alara, you're getting the 1 buff from Patch here. So +1 to every single roll for the next minute, which will presumably be this entire combat. Thanks, Patch.
Thanks,
Good timing.
Patch.
We'll go with Eternal Terminal. As the creature animates. It's actually a good thing that it fell. It took a lot of damage. Alara, you are up first. as the thing
Oh, yeah.
stands up.
Okay. Well, took physical damage from the fall.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Um, Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
please.
Mark it up.
Short sword attack, I guess.
Yeah, give me that short sword. A 10, 11. Or do you have the one buff clicked on there?
Oh,
Doesn't
I
look
did
like
not have one buff. I didn't know no. Yes, no.
Patch gave you the one buff.
One,
But an 11 is still going to be a miss as you
no
clink
worries.
against the metallic body of this creature.
And again.
Little extra attack. A 20 is going to be a hit.
Okay, and I'm gonna use the psychic damage, which I believe now it's called Dreadful Strike,
Yeah.
for an extra 2d6. And
18 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah, and let's see if it... I don't think it can be. It is immune to being frightened, unfortunately.
of course it is. And it's okay. I figured it would be, but
But
you know.
you have vexed it. So your next attack you make
Yeah.
is at advantage.
Yes. Advantage. And scimitar.
Alright. Getting a
Yay.
crit. Absolutely. For 11 more. Or did...
12.
Yeah.
She rolled the wrong one, but it actually rolled a 6, so it doesn't actually matter. Because it rolled an additional die, but we do
Flat out.
crunch.
Yeah.
But it rolled max, so it's the same.
Fair enough.
So 12 points of damage because of the buff.
The one buff. As you are just now kind of just tearing into it as its metal armor starts to kind of buckle under a little bit. Anything else for Alara?
Nope.
That's going to take us to the Shield Guardian. As you can see, mechanically inside and outside, the parts that have buckled in start pressing outward as it heals itself. Here's the weird part. It's not going to attack Alara.
What's I've got?
oh, because you got the
It
thing.
is, however, going to
Yeah.
take, like, just kind of swing out wildly towards Sevrage and Andrus with its fist. So against Sev, got a 22 to hit,
Yep.
as you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll take 5.
There you go. As Andrus got a 13 to hit.
Misses.
As it misses you just kind of swinging out. That will take us to your turn, Andrus.
Ah, damn it. This is so stupid. I'm gonna make an emboldening bond between the three of us,
Alright.
and I'll step over here. And oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
that's the downside about these big maps is because they're automatically scaled for smaller stuff.
Just gonna have to remember it.
Yeah. That is a action or bonus action?
That is an action.
Alright. Anything else for Andrus?
Nope. Got no good bonus actions.
Alright, that will take us to Sev.
I thought we could control this thing.
Seems you
There's
would see
something
these
we're missing.
arcane sparks throughout it.
You have to break it to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Pieces are still all gonna be there.
Yeah, exactly. And it has regenerative
Mm.
qualities.
Yeah, it's got all the fun stuff. I will start hacking at it, I suppose.
Alright. Hacking and whacking and smacking.
Ooh, a dozen.
12 is going to be a miss.
You can add a d4 to that, but
You can?
Oh, hey, I didn't click the box, so let's add a d4. I've never been bonded before.
As you feel an odd closeness to your companions, a 15 is still going to be a miss, unfortunately.
It's a good thing I can do this twice using the Nick property.
Yeah. A 22 will hit.
nice.
But the bonded only works once per turn.
Yes.
That's fine, so a 20.
Yeah.
'cause I checked
It's
the
awkward
box.
to use
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it is. But a 20 does definitely hit.
Oh, no, wait, it did it. Oh, and it doesn't apply. Does it apply to damage?
It does not.
Okay, so
Minus
minus
2.
2. 15.
It'll still do 15 points of damage as you skewer into part of the wooden undercarriage of it, as it's metal, stone, and wood all put together. Anything else for Seth?
I could have used a bonus action to do some things. I'm just going to reposition over to here.
Okay.
That's it.
That will take us to the top of the round as the guy riding the warg kind of backs up to keep an eye. You would hear him whistle. This is a bridge you can go under. You can still see him. As you would start to hear footfalls of goblins coming to watch. But Alara, you are up. What are you doing?
I am going to take a few swings first,
All right.
and then I'm going to. So please do something that probably won't work.
So it'll just be a 15 on this one, right? Because you... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So 16.
16.
It is still
Plus
going to be...
D4?
Yeah.
Emboldening bond.
You want to use your emboldening bond?
Oh, yep.
Roll us a d4.
And
So a 19 will hit it as you lash out at it.
okay. Oh, let me keep it back. So that's that.
15 points of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Just slashing into it. You can see it start to, like, buckle under its own weight a little bit.
Okay, another attack.
27 is going to hit. Or 28. Plus 1. The 1 buff. Got to add 1 to that. For 11 more. For 12 more. 13 more, because I didn't add the 1 from previously. As, yeah, this thing kind of starting to waddle around, almost like getting knocked around, as it can't handle its own weight.
Okay, I'm just gonna shout stop at it.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm going to say a disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait, what? Double?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. With two
Holy
nat
shit.
20s at the end of your turn, you can see this burning red energy start to emanate out of it as you yell stop. It kind of implodes on the inside a little, as instead of exploding outward, it explodes inward. Classic implosion. As pieces of metal don't go flying or anything, it just kind of crumples inward and downward. And as you look up after this 6, 8, 10 seconds that this happened, also from the loud thud, you can see all of the bridges on either side are filled with goblins, watching, arrows drawn, looking over. A couple of them are rushing with wolves in hand. And then you would even see some other goblins in heavy robes starting to wander from the healers' tents as everyone's looking to see what is going on. We'll hop out of initiative. That was nuts. In fact, I'll give Alara inspiration for that one.
Hey,
And seeing Siznuk on the warg ride out. Actually, all the robed ones that come from the east side, west side, are riding the goats, save for one. This ugly, wart-covered female goblin. Calls out something in goblin as they are... You would see some sort of chanting going on. What do you guys do?
what's happening? Chief?
Give me a second. He calls out in goblin. Hello, what? Hey, Knock Beno. Ik Naefo. My goblin. I hate talking that language. And some more kind of yelling comes back. The ugly, wart-covered female gives a dirty look to him. Hardy, dirty look. I don't think there's anything I can do, guys. Actually, he'll speak in Gnomish. Does anyone speak Gnomish?
You?
Nope.
No.
He says something you guys don't understand, and like,
Just swear.
and then you would start to hear a familiar word be spoken. Meryl, Meryl, Meryl,
Ow.
Meryl. And just kind of uproaring from the entirety of the camp here. Even you'd see kind of looking over from the cliffs on either side as well, looking down on you in the space. And Spellix kind of steps away. The guy in the warg steps off of his warg. He'll say in common, "We don't know what happened here. You can't come in here busting up stuff. That was ours."
In our defense, it attacked us first. Did it? Feel like it did.
I mean, you jumped on it before it got a chance to, but it looked like it was going to. So, absolutely. As you would start to hear drums beating around. Warned you. Do anything fishy. This is better, though. Let Meryl decide your fate.
Fuck. You're the healer, aren't you?
This is kind of points to the ones with the goats. Those are the booyags.
Fuck's sake.
What is your role? You don't seem to particularly like the chief.
We're not here to talk about what my role is.
I was just wondering. It's just an innocent question.
We're gonna need you guys to come with us. The Walk of Doom.
Mm,
Now, as all of the goblins are kind of holding the wolves back, as the wolves are wanting to jump at you, there would be goblins overlooking you up here on every single high point that you can see. Some bows drawn, some not drawn. Some just kind of getting there looking at this. And Spellix would kind of step forward. They will be tested by Meryl. I kind of says under his breath from behind, like, it'll be okay, right?
Shut up.
I dislike you.
And then something else in Goblin from one of the heavy-robed individuals, the lady with the warts, and points to Spellix. You guys know his real name. Why not? Points to him. You would see even his disguised eyes light up as a couple of arrows point in his direction. All right, no, they will be tested. And he starts speaking in Goblin. Number 5, F, 9, whoa.
I think we've thoroughly went sideways.
Yeah.
He's like, you would see the goat riders kind of start to corner him as well. He'll say in comment, well, it's Meryl or not. And he kind of puts his hands up. What do you guys do?
Kind of like the odds of 50 goblins over one, whatever.
Good day to die.
I have to say. Either way, I don't like this specific spot.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, because there are plenty of arrows pointing in your direction. Let's take our little 5-10 minute break here and come back to see how this situation resolves in a few minutes. So we'll take our 5-10 and come back in a bit. So stick around, folks. We'll be back. Alrighty, folks, we are back in it. And last we left off, after discovering that the chief, Yarbnock, was actually a gnome in disguise, Spellix Romwad, he wanted a way out, and hoping you guys could let him, get him out of here. He doesn't want to be chief here, and was afraid to leave. But going in and inspecting this shield guardian, actually having to fight it as it awoke as you guys came close to it, it alerted all of the goblins in the camp, hearing this crashing of it falling and then sounds of battle. And with the chanting of Meryl and the threat of the entire goblin fort coming down on you, they're asking you to take the walk of doom, and including their own chief in this walk.
Call Pad.
Spellix with his hands up, and the goblin that you're speaking to, Zuznook, go that way, behind you, now. Do you guys
Alright.
follow their commands?
Oh.
Kind of looking for an opening, but
Um,
these bridges
I'll
are full
give
of goblins with arrows trained on us, right?
Yes.
I got
Yeah. So maybe like when we're underneath one of the bridges.
Are these wolves? We got 2 wolves here.
2 wolves, a warg. You can hear snarling and barking from all around the camp.
There are more wolves.
There are more wolves, as well as several goblins along the ledges, looking down on you. Everywhere. You can see at least 3 or 4 dozen faces. And I'd say at least 2 or 3 dozen of them have arrows trained at you.
Now would be a great time to know how to do werewolf things. I have no idea. How can I get wolves to fight for me? That would be so cool. It makes sense, but I don't even know how to do that.
I would say at the moment you don't know.
I don't know how to do that. Can I just let the wolf take over? I don't care. I'll go on a rampage.
I would say it's not getting to you at this moment. Like your instinct is yes, that sounds like a great thing to happen right now, like, but it's just not. It's not there. Not in the faint bit of moonlight that you can see. So how do you guys react in this immediate instant? As time
Walking
presses on
backwards.
more,
Very slowly.
and there are like a few, like I'm not showing you all the numbers here. Like there's like 6 goblins.
Bajillion goblins.
So many goblins.
There's three of the goblin healers over here and 3 over here. Only one of them does not have a goat. And they point to you and point that direction beyond them.
Oh, because we don't have as much of a choice.
There's always one choice.
Spellix will easily give up and just start walking in that direction. Being led by one of the goat-riding goblins.
Again, I'm not saying we do exactly as they say. Just looking for slightly a bit of a better opening. We're not. Everyone has their bow and arrow trained at us.
Don't know that we're ever going to get that again.
Probably not, but, wishful thinking.
You're just like under one of those walkways would almost be enough.
There would still be a good bit that can see you from under the walkway.
I know, but not the ones on the walkway. Like up here, probably.
Not the ones up there. The ones up here would be able to see it for sure. Actually, maybe not for sure.
If we do as
We'd have cover.
if we do as they say, they're more likely to let their guard down.
And then we have to fight a 3-headed beast.
Yeah, well, we've taken on an ice troll.
I'm only 50% on the ice troll.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And says no.
And we had more people.
The burly
if we die, we
goblin
die.
seems like he's getting
Honestly,
frustrated and pulls out a blade and starts poking towards you guys. Now.
Yeah, don't get your panties in a twist.
I never wear panties.
Stop. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be the type.
Going commando.
He's probably one of the most fur-covered individuals. A burly, wide wide boy as he gets back on his warg. And essentially trying to push you guys to go northwest.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start heading that way.
All right. Heading that way as the rest of the surroundings are constantly chanting Meryl as you head out to the other side. Kind of essentially as soon as you get like within range of the goat riders, they will escort you this way. Being escorted out, you can see along the ramparts north or southeast of you. You would see all of the goblins going to watch. Aside from the healers riding the goats, as they would point to the bridge that you guys have seen, not the bridge, you know, the walkway to the northwest. But any of those with wolves or warg or the one would lie underneath the walkways and kind of remain under there a little bit. That constant shouting, chanting for Meryl. You guys walk out there. Spellix is already on his way. You would see one of them kind of come to the center of this brazier, filling it with looks like just multicolored pine cones as different colors start filling the area. And the goat riders actually start ignoring you and start doing a little trot dance around the fire. As Spellix will just be like, we gotta, I don't know. Maybe this is a way out. Maybe you can ride me.
Shut up.
Okay. And he starts making his way towards this big ledge.
Certainly not jumping off of a cliff.
It usually drags people down. You guys make your way there.
I don't see another way. Oops.
No. What happened?
I was just moving you. With the yellow campfire behind you, and that chanting starts to turn into more of a song. And the sound of the goats, kind of the hooves beating against the ground here, you start to see snow start kind of drifting off of the ledge.
My emboldening bond still up.
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes. It's been like 2.
Oh, okay. It's super intense in slow motion then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, you guys were taking a moment to decide what you were doing. I would imagine it wouldn't be that slow. Like, you know, game time versus...
They didn't let us contemplate for 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Spellix kind of looks to you guys. I don't want to go first.
Well, what happens? What is going to happen now?
They make you walk off the edge.
I thought you just said they were dragged down.
Well, emotionally.
Just shut up.
Okay.
Just fucking walk.
I'll go first.
Okay. Because he's a
I'll
weak
approach
one.
and just...
He'll be right behind you.
This fucking idiot.
Unless you don't want him right behind you.
No, it's okay.
He's
Just
like,
gonna wait and see what happens before I walk onto the actual walkway.
with the kind of chanting. Give me a perception check. You got pretty good passive already.
Bond, perception, turn advantage off. 17?
With a 17. Yeah, as you kind of start looking over, you almost like the wind's blowing, but you can almost hear heavy breathing from around the area, and you can kind of make out a little bit of wind, kind of, not wind, but the clouds and the snow falling around the ledge seems to kind of drift in multiple directions. As you can see, there is a large body moving through the sky down there.
Shit. How far down is it?
Not very far, but it's
Oh.
beyond your sight. It's obscured in the darkness. But that is good news because it means you won't be surprised as the chanting keeps continuing. And yeah, I can actually do this one. And getting a little more. And as it does get more and more, I do want Sev and Alar to give me a wisdom save.
D4 is not gonna fix that, unfortunately.
Alright, Alara, you are uncompelled. But Severage, you feel something compelling you to walk along. Kind of almost like the song is pushing you forward. As the tempo speeds up. So Sev will just have to move, like, behind Spellix. That might be too much. Is that too much?
What? Oh, music?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's too fast.
Because of
too,
what it implies.
Two jungles. But as the
It's
tempo...
like Georgia Jungle.
Yeah. As the tempo kind of speeds up a little bit. We do both that. Multiple drums throughout. You would see, kind of watching that fog, that mist, the clouds start to part as you're watching them, Andres, and you would see first the head of a ram pop up, just this loud, and then quite a moment behind it, you would see a red dragon head, smoldering smoke behind it, roaring out as it comes right to the edge.
Hey.
It is indeed a gigantic chimera.
What?
And we're gonna roll initiative. Surprise. I mean, it's not surprise because you saw it coming.
Let me add emboldening bond to that, please. Ooh. Nice.
That'll be your one for your turn.
Well, technically it's once per turn, not per my turn.
I don't know. I'd argue that you can't use it once per... I guess after your turn you can use it again. If that makes sense.
Like a reaction.
Yeah. Like you'll get it back on your turn kind of thing, yeah.
That's really not how it works, though. It's once on a turn.
Right. and this isn't your turn, so
Like, this isn't even a turn.
right.
Will you let me use it once on a turn if I don't use it on initiative? Feels like a good trade-off.
Yeah, so what I was saying is you wouldn't have it until your... Pretty much you can't use it until your turn again. If you used it now.
Alright, let's... Fair. Let's argue later.
Yeah, yeah. But... Creature is going first. As... Andres being first. It swirls around a little bit. And dives down onto you. Immediately. First thing it does is it is going to try to take a big old bite at you. If it'll roll it. There it goes. Getting a 20 to hit.
Okay, I'll cast shield on that.
Alright. And then lashing out as it'll be the lion head that's going for that bite towards you. And the two lion paws in the front go for a claw attack. Getting a 9 to hit.
Misses.
And then, surprise, the dragon head breathes out a cone of fire.
What? Could have seen that coming.
As I will need... I actually can't get Alara. So everyone but Alara to give me a... Everyone but Alara. Dex save.
Wow.
Pretty darn good. It doesn't like when I uploaded it to the old, or to the new sheet. It doesn't like old stats, new sheet thing. But Sev and Andres each take 16 points of fire damage. Gotta roll for Spellix. Hey! Spellix! You would hear this, ah! As he is barely alive,
Yep.
but he is still up. He failed to save entirely. Got a big 7. As the Chimera will land on the ledge there, right next to Andres. Taking us to Alara.
Okay. Is bark skin concentration?
I believe the new one is, it increases, now it just increases your AC to 17, which is still good.
It's not concentration.
It is not. Nice.
1 hour. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be using both my second level spells in this bit then. Okay. First, I'm going to cast bark skin on myself,
All right.
if I could please.
Absolutely.
And I'll do that for my next turn, if I make it to my next turn. And I am going to longbow attack.
All right. Give me a longbow shot.
I've got to take off that one. Got to put archery on. And I'm going to use another dreadful strike as well. If it hits.
Forgot to roll for Spellix. All right. See it. An 11 is going to be a miss. You do have the emboldening bond if you want to use it on that. Not saying that'll
Might as well.
help it, but it might not. It might.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Roll that d4. A 14 is still going to be a miss.
Yeah.
Damn.
Figured as
What about
much.
50, or what does that doesn't last all session? It's
The
been more than a
plus
minute.
one buff.
yeah, the one buff is only a minute. It's probably been like 4 or 5 minutes. We still have the emboldening bond,
Okay.
just not the one buff.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one.
Hey, the second shot absolutely hits.
Okay. I'm using Dreadful Strike.
All right.
And
See if this thing can be feared.
19 points of damage.
It will take 19 points
Damn.
of damage. And then make a wisdom save. It'll do it eventually.
Probably.
They've been so busy working on the PC sheets that they're not working on the NPC sheets. I'm sure they are, actually. I'll just do this. We'll do it. It's not wanting to do it. We'll just do it just classic way. What is your DC?
pretty certain it's 14.
It got 11 plus, or got 12 plus 2, so it did get a 14. It is not frightened, but it did take a whopping damage as you strike it right below, in between the heads. As the lion will let out a roar. Anything else for Alara?
No, well, actually, I'm going to move there.
All right. As you move away, that'll take us to Spellix's turn. Spellix. He's got it once a day. He'll use it. He's gonna throw a chromatic orb at it. As you would see this energy appear in his claw-like hands as it forms into a ball, and he launches it. Hitting it. He'll choose cold damage because breathing fire for 20 points of cold damage. He then looks to Alara, like, don't run, can't run. And he'll just kind of go to the side here, spread out a little bit.
It'll compel you to get closer, huh?
Or something. That'll take us to Sev.
Screw it. I'm in a fine spot. Whatever. I will take a...
Okay,
I don't need to move.
that's what you think.
And I will shoot it.
Give me a shot. Nat freaking 20,
Damn.
absolutely.
Nice.
For
Plus another
18 plus-
3d6.
Yep.
Plus another 6. So 41 points of damage.
Jeez.
Oh wait, that's a crossbow. Plus another 8. So 43 points of damage.
Nice. As you just go right in the neck of the goat as the goat head starts to kind of go limp a little bit. You hear a loud, all three of the heads, it's a cacophony of horrible noises that these animals and dragon makes. Anything else for Sev?
Nope, that was all of my types.
That'll take us to Andres, as this thing is... There's a lot of blood coming from it, just dripping and freezing.
Running's not an option, though, so I'll step up here, and I will cast Command on it. Hit
Alright.
it with the... Is it still Grovel? It's probably still Grovel. Yeah, Grovel Command. Which would be a Wisdom save. I'm trying to find the spell so I can put it in chat.
Does it have to understand the language?
It does not.
Nice.
But as a trade-off, you can no longer make up your own words. You need to
I
go for the
kind
ones
of like that, because people will get too creative. Defenestrate.
I mean... Yeah.
Throw yourself out a window.
Yeah, but back then the spell said it can't be anything that's like directly harmful. That's gone now. So
Oh.
You know.
Got
So,
a
like, even
nat
if you just tell
20
it to stop,
well, that's just rude, isn't it?
as it's
Bastard.
not, it's too hurt to listen to your commands. Anything else?
That's nope.
All right.
That's me.
At the top of the round, 3 arrows get shot towards Alara and Sev. Alara got a 15, a 16, and a 7 to hit. With your
neither of them,
bark
none of them
skin,
hit.
they all kind of just bounce off of your bark skin. And then 3 arrows are fired towards Sev, getting a 12, a 20, and a 17.
2 hits.
As Sev, you will take 6 and 5 points of piercing. Which will take us
Ouch.
to the Chimera. It's going to, first off, see if we get the thing back. We do. It's going to start with its breath. As it breathes out, I will need Andres and Sev to make another dexterity save.
Got an 8.
As Spellix goes, "Ah!" and
That's the emboldening bond.
straight into the snow for him.
I don't have advantage, but 15.
20.
That's pretty good. You both definitely make it. I think that is the DC. Yeah, 15 is the DC we're looking for. As you would each take 16 points of fire damage again. It is then going to make a claw attack against Andres because you're there.
Yep.
Getting a whopping 19 to hit.
Ah, that is my AC, so I'm gonna have to cast shield again.
Casting shield again, just deflecting off of the claw as it just bounces off of you. It will kind of maneuver to get Sev. And it's going to try to it's going to try to ram you with the horns. As one of the heads bullies forward, kind of just flapping its wings and landing right there, just ramming into you, getting a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Jeez.
As you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Guess I'll take 5 so I don't die.
That's smart. As the ram head is kind of facing you, and the dragon head's trying to figure out where it's breathing fire. The lion head's also facing Sev. But back to Alara, as that will end the Chimera's turn, who is gushing blood out of the goat neck as it's just barely able to keep its head up, but enough to ram. Anything else
Okay.
for Alara? Seeing arrows being fired at you, it looks like they're kind of trying to aim for your feet to like inch you forward. But yeah. What you
Okay.
doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Probably something stupid.
Big fan.
Yeah, love it. Love it already.
Um,
I love something.
I
and
am
love
going
stupid.
Hunter's Market,
Okay.
and I am going to race forward, flank it.
Okay.
Now, are we doing? I still can't remember. Sorry. Flanking doesn't have the advantage thing.
I would say normally we do the. Let's go look at our house rules. See if we're.
+2.
I would say for this creature though, because it's so
Immune
big
to
and it has
flanking.
multiple heads, it's immune to flanking.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
But still flanking it technically. Doesn't have a lot of space to move. It's not a bad thing to do.
Well, I'm going to do a short sword.
27 gonna hit.
Okay. Good. Attack using my last dreadful strike.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh,
Go.
for 22. As kind of just slashing into the chest of this creature. It is, once again, not doing good.
Okay, and now I have it's vexed.
So advantage.
So I'm gonna do another attack.
New dual wielding is great. Just gonna say that.
Oh, I know, right?
Yep, getting a 25 to hit.
Okay. And gotta take, yep, dreadful strike is off.
And also new hunter's mark, so it adds to everything. Is also
Mm.
a great boon. And it takes 9 points of piercing damage, just kind of stabbing into it again just a little bit this time. I forgot to roll.
Scimitar.
Let's see if it's frightened. It is not frightened, but your scimitar with that 16 just hits, as is its AC. It'll take 7 more, as it kind of actually starts limping a little bit. It's right on the cusp.
That's my turn.
It's close to the cusp, I'll say. Taking us to Spellix, who's unconscious. And then Sev.
Well, I guess I'll stagger it twice. I will draw my daggers and make attack. 21.
21.
Your dagger.
Definitely hits. Get your sneak attack for 14. As, we'll say the ram head falls limp as it's passed out from the blood. The lion head and the dragon head not going strong, but they're still going.
Second dagger with the nick property. 23.
23 will hit.
It only does 1 point. Well, yeah, 1 point of damage.
Nothing to scoff at. Anything else for Sev?
I will use my bonus action to disengage and then slide back.
All right, getting some cover, but you do know there's some arrows firing your way. That'll take us to Andres.
Damn it. How poorly are you saying this thing is doing?
It's doing very poorly. The
Better than me.
the goat head is like unconscious, while the lion head taking more damage on that side. So lion head is not. It's still able to bite, but the dragon head is trying to like breathe in to get its flames going again.
Shit. Okay, well, let's do Spirit Guardians then. Sorry, Spellix. I'll get to you when I get to you.
As the light emanates around you, this blue 15 foot
15, yeah.
blue
You do.
aura.
That's better. I don't want to mess with it.
Can you make your own aura?
Okay. I can, but I don't think others can see it then.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright.
As it's gonna have to make.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind. 18. There's the emboldening bond on there.
It's still. Yeah,
Still a
it's.
good damage.
I wish there was a way to like specify multiple things with it.
Ow.
So wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Still a good roll.
It rolled good, but so it will take 10 points. It's still up, but just barely.
Okay. I got nothing else though.
All right, that will take us to the Chimera's turn. Which this will determine what it does. The Chimera, the dragon and lion let out a roar in unison as it flaps its wings and kind of tumbles down the mountainside, disappearing into the clouds below. The drums would all immediately stop as just the echo of the wind on this ledge as the Chimera disappears into the fog and clouds below.
Oh,
As they
I was
don't...
going to get an eye for Phineas.
Fair enough. The goblins don't know what to make of this omen.
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick Balm of Peace. Zoom in.
As you run across each of your allies, are you getting Spellix too?
Yes.
Let's see what you
I
got.
mean, I'm trying to at least.
See what you
Let's
got on a
see
second
if
one.
he's still
Okay.
alive.
He is still up. He was 50-50 there.
Hold on, let me find my thing.
Kind of comes to from... What happened? What?
Shit.
Am I
Shut up.
dead? And
Yeah, whatever. Let's just do it.
you would see multicolored lights come from the brazier once again. This time like almost like a pure like reddish maroon color. As all of the goblins watch on. Even Spellix can't help himself but look on. As everyone gets 14 hit points. Dope.
Everyone except me. I'll do a second level cure wounds on myself too.
All of the goblins riding their goats dismount and kind of join around the fire. Oh, kind of like it's super weird because they're just like half ignoring you as they're all staring at the fire. Goats are milling about. There's this weird awkwardness.
Wow.
What is that?
That is a second level cure wounds on myself.
You can upcast spells now from the sheep.
Oh, that works?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They fixed
do it for
it
the next
like
one.
2 days ago.
Sweet.
Or maybe it might have just been yesterday, actually. But yeah, you have this awkward moment as there's this audible gasping, and you can hear whispers and talking from up on the ledges of the goblins, like they don't know what this means. And Spellix will kind of call out in Goblin. You would hear him use a couple of words that would be semi-recognizable. Maglubiet, as well as Merrill.
They don't necessarily seem hostile towards us anymore.
They seem like
Bows lowered.
they're all... yeah, you wouldn't see any, like, aiming in your direction. There would be the barking of wolves. But it seems like everyone in this circle is observing the fire that is just this pinkish, reddish fire. You would see flecks of blue rising up.
Turn that off then.
You turn off your spirit guardians?
Yeah, otherwise they get
Gotcha.
diced.
I will say, even when you turn your spirit guardians off, the flames flicker that blue pulsing color that you emanate for a brief second. As the ugly, wart-covered goblin stumbles forward We've never seen this before. Meryl allows to live.
Seems that way.
I must consult
What now?
the bones. This.
Yeah, you do
Chief
whatever.
Yarbnock is alive for now. She turns to the others. It would seem your fates are intertwined with ours in some way. Glubiet has forsaken us. Meryl isn't angry. And kind of looks around. You can see some shrugging from the other goblins in those robes. And again, still that constant whispering from the parapets. Is that parapets? The scaffolding back here.
Parapets.
The parapets, yeah. As Spellix will step forward, holding his hands up. Meryl has spoken. And then he'll switch to Goblin. And occasionally he'll kind of lean to you guys like, I think that's good.
Sure.
We can have peace with 10 towns. Can you still do that feast?
Fine. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I was just you know, they might like that. You know, win them over. Kill them with kindness, right?
Fine. Yeah, there will be a feast.
We will have a feast. And switch to
By the
Goblin.
grace of Meryl.
Yeah. And he'll kind of continue in that Goblin. Some half cheers come from the ramparts. That was the word I was looking for. Some half cheers come from the ramparts, while other full cheers amongst the goblins around you guys is mostly some grumbling and curiosity at the situation. They did not expect this. Spellix will say, let's get off this, the cliff. We can go back to warmth inside. Or go look at your machine.
I need quite a bit of room to do the feast. So if you have like plates and stuff, start gathering that.
No, they don't have plates. I tried to tell them about that.
It's okay. I'll just do it on the ground. It's fine. They won't mind.
Probably not out here though. We can do it in the main watch area.
Okay, works for me.
And Spellix will kind of start leading you all. You guys following. Past the warg riding goblin who looks angry and confused. But he does step aside, giving you guys a berth and kind of some like bows of acknowledgement from any goblin beyond, and he'll take you. Actually, it would take you up this way, and back up here, and then back over here, where you can see plenty of goblins ready. And there's this kind of like half-covered area that is the largest room. It's not weatherproof, But this is the kind of like a large archer platform as the, the wood kind of creaks and groan under your feet. And you would be speaking in Goblin about a feast, but you wouldn't really pick up on most of that. Be like, yeah, just do it in here. Just put it on the ground. We'll see how this goes.
Sure.
I'll go make the rounds and make sure that they're okay. Give you guys a moment.
You do whatever you think is best. It's fine with me.
As you would see Spellix, who's kind of like, he's fucked up still. Blood covering most of his outfit. Does he have prestidigitation? He wouldn't even think to prestidigitate it. He's just illusory covering as much as he can. But you would see him kind of start talking to some people as a lot of these goblins do start kind of lining up and gathering, bringing wolves with them. Etc., etc. Giving you a moment to do what you want to do.
Nice. I'll start off by using a bit of druid craft to create the symbol of the Angarad, my holy symbol, in a flower pattern on the wood, and then I'll use some fire to scorch it and permanently sear it in.
Okay.
And then I will this is totally not necessary for the spell, and
Absolutely.
then I will do 2 castings of create food and water to create 90 pounds of food.
Dang. That is enough to feed 45 people. And probably more because they're goblins. They don't need as much.
I guess I could do another one, but I'm feeling stingy, so I'm not. Fuck them.
No, I'm just saying
Got away with one.
I'm saying that's probably more than enough.
Oh, okay. Good.
But you would see most of the camp kind of gather around this place as hushed whispers. And how long does create food and water take to cast?
I believe it's an action. Yep, it's an action.
Dope.
So I spend a minute doing my holy symbol, and then I just bloop bloop food.
And is there anything else you guys would like to do? You kind of have a moment half alone. It's kind of like there's a covered porch or a covered yeah, it's like a covered porch here overlooking everything. You would notably not see any of the goat riders with robes or the thick-furred goblin riding the warg.
Looks like we brought most of them back to his side.
And now we'll take him away.
But he would be taking plenty of time to just go speaking to these goblins and he's kind of doing a vibe check on them. But they all seem confused at what they just witnessed. And pretty much you guys have the run of the place if you want to do anything or talk about anything or just hoping to get this feast on and go.
Taking a look at the machine
If we can
while they
get
eat,
it,
do whatever.
check it, see if any of the repairs anybody made was done with Chardolin.
Fair enough.
Good idea.
We should also go to Spirit Guardian and see if we can reactivate.
Yeah, that
Get it to come
Yeah.
with us.
That's the plan.
All right. Yeah, giving the feast, the goblins are well occupied, save for Siznuk and his warg, who are just kind of... He would actually be watching the front gate, because a lot of people aren't right now. And he would have a few wolves with him. Kind of following the warg around.
I'll make a couple of more Angharat symbols in the snow
Okay.
or in the dirt.
Branding in the wood and
Yep.
everywhere you see it. They'll
Absolutely.
be like, what is this? But looking over the Shield Guardian, let's say, Severage, you wanted to look for the Chardolin pieces. Give me an investigation
Sure.
check.
Can I put some guidance on that? Oh, it doesn't need it. Damn.
It doesn't need it. But yeah, with the 21, no, it does not look like, you don't see any Chardolin. And you haven't noticed any Chardolin anywhere in this camp. They have not either discovered it or they just haven't used it. Maybe they don't have ways to mine it. But it seems like the repairs that were made were done accurately to the machine. But it looks like there was some damage done to it previously. And just that weathering from hundreds of years of being buried in the snow and probably falling a bunch. Being jettisoned from the sky. That... And actually looking at this form, with the 21 investigation, the holes that were in that tower were probably made by this creature to find a way out.
Interesting.
Oh.
But it looks like it does need some finishing work on it, which would take about an hour or two.
You think that's something we can manage?
And it would be the magical persuasion. Not magical, just knowledge of magic. Be an arcana check.
Hmm. Only I had a pocket wizard.
Just slot the snowflake into it and see what happens.
I'm just gonna put it like here in the chest plate. That looks good.
But it has to surge
You
through
can
the
ninja star
amulet.
throw it
So
and
it
see
has
if he pops out.
has to be whoever's attuned to the amulet to try and have that magic surge between the amulet and the
Oh,
guardian.
That's fair.
Okay.
well, Lowry, you want to give it a try? I can give you some guidance and another emboldening bond.
Okay. I do have an inspiration roll as well.
Yeah.
Damn it, I still have that d6 that I didn't use. Don't suppose I could pass that off.
Okay, well,
Tell you what, I'll let you pass it on as a D3.
Yeah?
sorry,
sure.
I accidentally put in. Haven't fixed up my sheet.
We're gonna need all the numbers we can get.
You just stack all
Okay,
the
I'm
things.
going to use up my inspiration.
Okay. And emboldening bond and guidance.
Plus guidance, yes. So
Hmm.
2d4 and an extra d3.
And an extra D3.
Okay. Come on, sheet load.
Okay.
Why did that
Okay,
go on this
okay.
fast? I swear I put it. Oh no, sorry, no complaining.
No, there's no normal roll. It's either automatic advantage or disadvantage or query.
Yeah.
And if you pick query, it'll
That'd be
always
okay.
ask you.
Yeah.
And a d3.
You can always add a
And-
By
D3.
hand.
If 24,
I don't know how to do a D3. How do I
/ R space
yeah.
1D3.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
slash
do that.
Let's just see
Nice.
how good it activates.
1D3?
25.
Okay.
For 25.
Big.
The DC was 20.
Okay.
So you definitely beat it as
Nailed it.
it starts to reactivate and any of the broken bits on it start to, you would hear that, make that noise again. The magic and metal twanging within it as it starts to stand up and starts healing itself. And it isn't completely fixed, but it is fixed.
It's
And
active.
it is active and under your command. As it stands up and looks towards you, that same symbol that's on the amulet is on the chest plate and the arm guards and on the helmet of this shield guardian. As essentially,
Pretty amazing.
you have. So its hit points are permanently reduced. It still has more hit points than any of you guys.
Yeah.
Essentially, you attune to it and have that. And give you the stats for it too. If it'll load it. I have to reopen it. Oh no, it won't want me on this other one. But it has 80 hit points, AC of 17, and
Nice.
as long as it's next to you, within 60 feet of you, half of any damage you take is transferred to the Guardian.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
That is actually super useful.
If you're
For
if you're right next to it, your AC increases by 2.
Wow, that's really
we will
good.
tank
It's a
together.
shield.
And it
You could like
regains
ride it too.
10 hit points at the start of its turn as long as it has 1 hit point. So it regenerates itself to 80 hit points within like 8 times 6. 42, 48 seconds.
Well, no, because it would be well, I mean, it would take it from 1, but yeah.
That's true. And you can put a spell in it. It did have Fireball, but it blew itself up instead.
Double nat 20s on a disadvantaged roll. Pretty crazy.
Was lucky.
Yeah.
Pure skill.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, so we'll be taking that for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll make them some more food if they want to. Sounds like they could do anything with
And
this.
just walk out.
I mean, Spellix is gonna want to come probably, but also maybe not.
Last you saw him, he was talking to people, trying to get out of conversations is what it looked like.
I could send him a message and tell him it's time to go.
2d6 plus 4. Not bad. Plus 7
Are
to
we leaving?
attack. I don't see any reason why we should stay.
Me either. And I will message
Spellix.
Felix and let him know we're leaving.
Like, okay. Someone roll a d20 for me.
Yeah.
All right. Look at the sheet. Do you guys want the egg? He would say in the message.
No.
Nope.
You
toss it down the fucking ravine.
Leave
Please
it.
do.
doesn't know where you guys are at, but he would probably eventually see you. And 10 was his stealth roll. And would come walking up behind you guys. Oh, you got it working. I thought I heard some metal banging around. Everyone's eating. I think they like it a lot. They don't get much food beside bone stew. And they don't like eating the goats. Because they get mad.
Okay, let's just dip. everything worked out okay.
You would see at the other end of the courtyard Suznuk, the warg, and the 3 wolves across them. Kind of looking out the back, but also a little bit paying attention to you guys.
I guess we're making our way towards the front gate,
And I can actually get rid of these.
or whatever the nearest gate is.
That makes
Plan
sense.
Yeah, it
just
does.
walk out.
You go under
gonna
this
leave.
bridge.
Just gonna walk out.
Spellix is going to try to hide behind the shield guardian. Just trying to take his time. But as you kind of start getting close, Suznuk hearing the foot crunching underfoot. Where are you guys going?
Back to the
Back to
Tentons
town.
to tell them of the
Uncomfortable
peace that
here.
we've brokered.
What's
What this whole ordeal was about.
What's the chief doing with you?
Well, he wants to come as an emissary.
We need to discuss the terms and conditions.
Chief stays.
Surprised you care to have him around. You seemed awfully eager to be rid of him. What has changed?
He's apparently supposed to be here. Meryl said so.
Meryl's dead.
And she almost killed him too.
Meryl has spoken.
I understand, but technically, anything someone does while they're alive kind of gets ruled out once they're dead. So let's say that your great grandmother told you to take care of your father, and has her last wish. You don't have to follow that through after she's dead because she's no longer here.
Meryl's not dead. That was just...
Really? Or is it her in like incarnate?
That was just a part. That's how Meryl shows herself to us.
I don't believe you.
You can't argue religion.
What's it gonna take for you to just let us leave? Are you bartering more food for more food? Is that what you're doing here? What's your game?
No game. I'll let you go. I'll let you take the chief. He's
I feel like there's a catch.
trying to think really hard about what he could ask for. For the statue. How is it walking?
Meryl willed it.
Give me a persuasion check. Or a deception. Give me a deception check.
Still got a holding bond. Maybe.
I would say yeah, from the previous Shield Guardian attempt.
Okay. So I just let my sheet load. Oh, I need to stop being a smartass. Okay, where is... Okay. So persuasion or deception?
I'll say...
They're both the same.
Yeah, I'll say deception.
Okay.
Kind of insinuating that his religion... With an 18. thinking real hard, and he looks kind of confused. Mara willed it. Go get off of the warg. Look up at you. That makes sense. But I need something. Can't just let him go.
I assume everything that was being carried by the others got shrunk down to being a snowflake as well, yeah.
I would say you have the quiver and the arrows.
Oh, damn it. I wanted to give him the wand of wonders.
Oh. Oh, it's his new wand.
It
Makes
did
butterflies. most of the time.
butterflies.
It makes butterflies. You know, it's got a 2% chance of doing that. Something like that.
Allegedly.
Yeah. At the moment, he's a snowflake with all his gear. You can see it etched into the snowflake.
I mean, there's a whole lot of food.
Mm.
And come tomorrow, it won't be good anymore. So
Right. You still
better
need
have at it
something.
now. And what do you want?
We can't give you something that you don't know you want.
Make me an offer.
You do realize that you guys aren't the only ones who are having a hard time, yeah? Like the rest of the continent, is that what we'd call this place? Doesn't have a lot either.
It's been dark for years.
Well, do you want a ball that makes light?
On this treaty that you make. I'll take a ball that makes light, yes.
About this treaty that we make?
Name Suznuk. Chief.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Snuck, Chief of Karkle.
How do you spell that?
See.
Yep.
You know what? That's enough. I'll take it from there. That'll be fine.
See Snook. So
Yes, exactly. Thanks. That's what I thought.
It's I'm not good with the writing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. They'll know. They'll know.
It's fine. You have a very noticeable scar.
You can be chief, and
I'm the biggest.
Yarbnock will just be like emissary or something. It's kind of meaningless. It'll just be.
Yarbnock
He won't hold any
should be
power.
dead.
Oh,
Well, and as far as anyone is concerned,
he might as well
maybe
be.
he is.
Why
Maybe
don't you
he'll
just-
down the road.
Why don't you just tell everyone that you slew him as he was fleeing, or whatever?
I need proof.
Right.
Where's the proof?
I just forcefully take off whatever his name's coat. It's like here.
Just gotta
Maybe we do
rip it
that
off. Rip it
outside.
off.
Yeah, just rip it off and throw it to him. There you go. There's the proof. Let's
As
go.
you can
And just
see, some gnomish skin show through.
he's a little bit pale, hasn't seen the sun in a while, as you can imagine, and I just start shoving him towards the gate.
Takes the coat, is kind of confused. You need the key. and he'll kind of hold it up, like, don't, and he'll kind of holding Spellix's coat. His Spellix is like, what? Yeah, my coat. Brr, I'm a cold goblin.
Grab the key.
Shut up.
To the door. Let's go.
Grab and keep. Yep. To the door.
And he will open the door, letting you out. Yeah, this makes sense. He was trying to run. Be sneaky.
Always.
As you got a
Clunk,
big,
clunk,
yeah,
clunk.
big robot clunking with you. Spellix hastily makes his way behind. And I will want everyone to give me a stealth check.
Can I throw him some pass without trace?
Absolutely.
Fuck it. I get it for free anyways.
Yeah. This is it's a great
Once.
time to use it. Sneaking out is always always better than sneaking in. Or usually harder than sneaking in.
Okay.
And I will need a dex check from the Guardian.
Um,
Ooh.
and a dex. Have a go to check. And
I turned off my bond.
so a dexterity check for the Guardian.
Okay. Yeah. Spellix got a natural one. What? You guys...
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah, as Spellix is the one making the most noise.
Just leave the
As he's just
stupid
like
ass helmet and claws.
chittering. No, it keeps my head warm. I don't have a coat. And you would hear that crunching, that grinding of his teeth. The mechanism's broke. I can't. I have to get. I can fix it in town.
You won't need
You're not
it
gonna
in
need it in
town.
town. Just leave it.
But it's cold.
You can have. Oh my god! Just take my cloak.
As you guys are arguing down the path, as Spellix is wanting to keep his hat on, or his helmet on. It's kind of like his safety blanket. That he's had for like 3 years, 4 years, something like that. Give me a persuasion check, Andres.
Oh, God. This guy's the worst. Wow.
With a 23. Yeah. You're like, fine. And he'll take his helmet off. And you would see a super pale, almost gray colored skin. As he kind of like leaves in the snow behind. And just dark, blackish gray hair, with a salt and pepper. And he's just kind of shivering and takes your cloak very happily as you get down the mountain. With 2 new companions. You have a Spellix and a Shield Guardian.
Only one of them is useful.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Spellix is very useful. He's just a little bit of an asshole. And he's a little bit useless. Hey, he did like 23 damage in that fight.
Fair, he can have that.
But he definitely looks like he is defeated, but there is a glimmer of happiness in his eye. As you sneak past all of the guards. It wasn't for pass without trace. Would have been bad. He leaves his helmet at the base of one of those towers. And you make your way back down the mountain. And that's where we're gonna end tonight. With you guys have a Shield Guardian. I don't know what you're gonna do with Spellix. It's up to you guys. We'll figure that out as a group next time. So, thanks for watching, Internet, and we'll see you next week. Night, Twitch.
Bye.
Right.